Hi everybody, how's it going? This is Rob Holmes with Veterans AAR. Today I'd like to do a review on the game coming out called 6 Days in Fallujah. For many of you that may or may not know, I'm a veteran of the Battle of Fallujah 2. What I'd like to do is go over some of the historical aspects of the Battle of Fallujah. So the first thing I wanted you to know about the Battle of Fallujah is there was two Battle of Fallujahs. There was Battle of Fallujah 1 and Battle of Fallujah 2. So Battle of Fallujah 1 was conducted in April of 2004. We sent in the Marines at the time to go in and actually find all the they were actually called kill houses that the insurgents slash terrorists were using to execute the local populace as well as U.S. citizens. And so that was one of their big primary missions, to go in there and take care of that. Right after they pushed into the city, and what they realized was going to be a very hard uptaking, because they had basically 200,000 inhabitants mixed in with your insurgent network. So after the Battle of Fallujah 1, we came with Battle of Fallujah 2, or Operation Phantom Fury 2. The operation kicked off in 2004 in November. Prior to that, what they had done is sent out pamphlets warning everybody that we were going to come through and clear that city out. For the most part, the majority of that city was cleared out, except for the 3,000 insurgents. Now, the reason why they had 3,000, or were able to amass 3,000 individuals to fight the U.S. forces, a lot of these guys were going around and kidnapping kids from their families in Iraq and forcing them to fight against us. So that's some of the context to that. You're going to see in this that some of the pictures they're very professional looking, and the reason why is we had an embedded reporter from a major news network that was with our units. So every unit that was out there participating in this, everybody had an embedded reporter that would report on everything that was going on, good, bad, or ugly. Okay, so now that you have some historical context of what happened during the Battle of Fallujah 2, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer, and then I'm going to let you watch the whole thing. I'm not going to say anything into there. I'll give you my reaction review afterwards.
One squad has already walked down this alley, so we're just like walking down pretty confidently, and like these guys just open up.
There's one in the alley! There! I got you. Alley looks clear. Go right. On it. Watch out! Suppressing fire!
That was the go command. One tap issues orders to your team based on what you're pointing at.
Yep.
Pin enemies in place with suppressive fire while you flank.
Hold your fire!
Order your team to stack on a door.
Breach it! Open the door! On it!
The go command makes it as easy to direct your team as it is to fire your weapon.
Go, go, go!
Marines and soldiers never knew what was waiting for them behind the next door. And if you want a realistic experience, neither can you. 6 Days in Fallujah reshapes the battlefield every time you play. Each room, each building, even the entire neighborhood is generated procedurally. Every map is a new map. So just like actual combat, you'll never know what to expect.
You hear that? Up there! Watch that door! Yep! You're covered. On me!
Let's do this.
I got this one. Clear.
Room's clear!
Good here? Come with me. Good.
Keep a lookout.
Right.
What's that?
On our left! Who's there? Step out! Salim, next sick!
So that was a pretty amazing trailer. I am looking forward to playing this game. It looks really good. The graphics are amazing in terms of the characters in it. But I like the concept of it having the military aspect of it in the room clearing, because that was 90% of what we had to do in Fallujah was clear every room or every house in that city. So that's a huge undertaking that we took. So that right there showing that it's going to be very nitty gritty in terms of the room clearing aspect. Mount is what we call it. Military operations on urban terrain. So that right there is a very cool concept. I love the idea of it being a first person shooter, and it having the fire team / squad concept. That's basically having, you're working with other members of your team. It does remind me a lot of, it's kind of like a mix between a couple of games, but primarily kind of reminds me of like Rainbow Six. The tactics in terms of it trying to use the making decisions and things of that sort. I do like the concept of them bringing the Iraqi civilians that they had sharing their experience, the ones that were trapped in there or chose to stand their ground against them because they didn't want to be labeled or disrespected by these guys. So I think that's a great concept and to bring into a game. And I think overall this game would be it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be one that I will do a review on as I'm playing it. But overall, the trailer for it and the video that I just saw with you all, I think it looks good, and I'm ready to check this out. So that was my pros. So let's talk about my cons now. And this is, I think that I think the game in itself would make a great first person, type introduction into the game. Overall, kind of like if it was like the Battlefield series, if it was a kind of tutorial kind of walkthrough, I think that would be kind of a great concept. What I would like to see from this is, and it could be just the trailer, it could be just I'm only seeing certain things, but I'd like to see something other than iron sights on there. We did have the RCO at the time, it was still the ACOG. It was out, and I'd like to that to be an attachment in there, maybe something you earn as you play through, so that gives it a reason for replay value, as well as I would also like to see the other members or being able to use the other assets that the team has. So I don't know if that's something they kind of left out in this trailer or not, but I mean, it's obviously short in terms of its gameplay. It only gave you kind of a snippet. I wanted to know if you can shoot the M249 SAW squad automatic weapon. Can you deploy the M203 grenade launchers? Can you, things that we had, I would, and we have organic to our fire teams and squads. I want to be able to use those. Another feature or thing that I would love to see is the fact that, other assets out there that you could play as. I think that would be kind of a cool concept. Not just playing the Marine and Rifleman and going through and clearing, because that's gonna, that's kind of, it's got rotating maps, but how much can you really play that and before you just kind of like, okay, this is great, but the other concept is basically looks very linear. I don't know. I'm hoping you can make more than one decision than you just breach the door and go in. There's about 1,000 different ways to clear a room. A lot of, like, majority of the rooms that I was clearing, I threw either grenades in the first room or threw some type of device in there if I knew that there was possible enemy in that building. So I think they should give more options in your room clearing, or hey, can I, if there's a way for me to go through a different opening, or can you blow a hole through a wall and go through a hole in the wall, which we did a few times. So there's different ways to do it. I'd like to see that in the game. And the biggest one, and I'm gonna just kind of show you what's missing in here. I was a missileman, so before I show you this, I just want you to know that. But where is all the other assets? I mean, this shows the squad level events, but it doesn't give you anything else in there, like air, which we had helos flying around, drones that maybe you can employ a drone and have them let you know if they see anybody, or or where the bad guys are at, or things that, so something that makes it kind of easier to, or an asset that makes things that we would use. You got your aircraft, we had fast movers out there so you can drop bombs. You also had, and I know you don't want to do that all the time because then that would obviously take away from the game, but the you're missing mortars, you're missing, you have all these different assets out there, and it is kind of linear. The other thing I would love to see, and I think it would help with the replay for this game, is just like I'm talking about that whole squad being able to play different stuff and everything. Make it a team co-op game. Make it a fire team level, so you can go through and clear the game together, as a fire team or squad, because that would be really cool. Can you imagine if you had like 12? Now I know that we lost a lot of people in the Battle of Fallujah, but if you could have a squad organic 13-person squad, or you can bring it down to 2 teams, or however you have it set up. But can you imagine if you could play up to like 12 people? Because you don't want it to be super serious the whole time. You do want a concept of there should be an enjoyable factor to it. The historical thing is great, but we need to, for a game, you want it to be a game. And the first person thing, great. Let's do that. Show the history of it and stuff like that. But let's also have fun in terms of having people enjoy the game itself. And I think it needs a lot of, a lot of extras that would make that better. So like a multiplayer or a co-op would make this game amazing. I don't know what they're going to come out with. I look forward to seeing what they're going to do. But yeah, check this out and tell me what you think.
Is my pack box clear? Clear. Clear. Firing. Firing.
So that was my review of 6 Days in Fallujah. I look forward to playing this and giving you guys a review video for that as well. If you haven't, please follow me on this or subscribe, depending on which format you're on. And I'll leave you with this. Never send a person where you can send a bullet. Everyone have a good one out there. I'll catch you later. Rob out.
3, 2, 1.